Okay, sorry. Late night video. It's been a long time since I've done a video because I work so much. I'm a workaholic and I'm always out doing things and working a lot. And what I really wanted to make a video about today was how to tell and how to discern the importance of information, and talk about like a yardstick that you can measure how important facts are, or trivia, or education itself. As an observation, I've observed that there really is lacking, especially in America, some kind of program or body of knowledge that needs to exist to help educate our people, young people and old people. But what's missing is, I would say we have a perverted, like so many things in a degraded, decadent society. So many things get perverted, so they originally have a meaning and a use, and then the meanings get changed over time, and then until eventually the education is lost and there's no more application in a certain area. I would say that education in the absence of application is not education, and I would say that education itself has to have some form of application in order for it to be education. And this is what those who would seek to control a population and to limit the population's ability to judge and to discern what is fact and fiction, and manipulate sort of the intelligence of regular people, is just to give people a whole, just redefine education. So I would say, first of all, that education used to mean that it's some knowledge that, when applied, results in an actual product, or some kind of finalized result. And if you people today talk about being educated and going to school to get an education, and they actually learn how to do very little. So the education that is provided is not education. It's actually a false education. False education is where you give people random bits of information, and then you tell them this is very important information, and then you neglect to allow them to apply it and to prevent them from actually evaluating information for themselves, which is the only time where you could call information education, or that they're related. Another aspect to education is that you receive knowledge from some source of, some credible source, hopefully. Not that we don't have any credible sources in our schooling system today. So, I think it's pretty obvious. You can go and look at. Well, I know some of my friends in the BCH community are actively taking steps to help people to apply their education, and to, people like Derek McGill talk about this quite a bit, someone I really admire. They're trying to get the application back into education, which is so important. But education itself is, so you sit there, you be a good little boy in school, and you listen to your teacher, and you receive information, or you read your book and you receive information from your book, or you watch a video and you receive information from the video. Now, here, but education doesn't actually take place until the reverse occurs. So you receive the information, and now you have to take that information and actually put it out there and use it with effort or thinking. There are, if you're doing pure philosophy, or some things are, their end result is the ability to have a conversation, which is fine. That's different from knowing how to fix a car or knowing how to clean a window. Those result in real finished products at the end of that task, which, if not present, one would go back and make sure that he had the correct information, and then go ahead and try to reapply it or get better until he could. Same as like if you're a mechanic or whatever, you have to know a little bit of stuff and you have to be able to apply it. Sorry, my phone's ringing.